Welcome to The Explainer. So, we all know the hero's journey, right? But what about its dark reflection, its twisted twin? Today, we are diving deep into Act 2 of the anti-hero's journey. It's a pretty brutal phase called the Ruthless Initiation, and it's where morality basically gets tossed out the window in exchange for power. We're going to follow one character's descent to really understand how it all works.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to trace this fall through 5 key stages. And what's wild is that each one is like a dark mirror of the traditional hero's path. So, just to be clear, this isn't a story of triumph. It's more like a blueprint for a complete and total fall from grace.
First things first, to really get our heads around this journey, we need a powerful metaphor to anchor us. And it's not about purifying something to make it better. It's about hardening it for a much darker purpose.
Just think about that for a second. This idea of a blacksmith forging a blade that's cold, sharp, and alone. That's going to be our guide as we get into the story of a guy named Cillian of Waterford. His journey is, well, it's the perfect, brutal example of this transformation.
So our journey into the dark begins right here as the anti-hero steps into their special world. But you know how the hero finds wonder and new friends? Yeah, not so much. The anti-hero finds a marketplace, a world just ripe for the taking. And right out of the gate, you see what makes Cillian different. He's not looking for a cause to believe in. He's looking at all this chaos and just sees an opportunity to get ahead. This is what we mean by honest greed. He's not hiding what he wants.
This right here, this is the core of the anti-hero's entire worldview. Forget friendship, forget loyalty. People are one of two things, a tool you can use or an obstacle you need to get rid of. Every single interaction is just a cold calculation of what's in it for them.
And this is that structural inversion I was talking about, laid out perfectly. The hero builds a team based on trust. Cillian, he scans the battlefield and sides with the mercenaries who think exactly like him. Loyalty is worthless. Shared ambition, that's everything.
And this is the first major test. He runs into his old mentor. Is there a moment of hesitation? Does he seek guidance? Nope. He sees his teacher as just another obstacle. So he kills him to prove his worth to his new employers. It's the moment he proves he's surpassed his teacher, not in wisdom, but in pure, cold ruthlessness.
That act of betrayal pushes us straight into the next stage. This is the moment where the anti-hero goes deep inside themselves, faces a huge internal conflict, and makes a choice that seals their fate forever.
So for Cillian, this inmost cave is a literal one, a dark, grim crypt under a cathedral. And he's not facing some mythical dragon. He's facing a very real, very stark moral choice between a pile of gold and a group of human beings.
And he chooses the gold, but it's how he gets it. He uses the refugees as a human shield, a distraction to get away clean. This is his harrowing of the soul. Remember our blacksmith metaphor? This is the moment that red-hot blade gets plunged into the cold oil. That sizzle, that's the last spark of empathy being extinguished. There's no coming back from this.
Okay, so the blade is now hardened. It's cold. And now it faces the big climax of Act 2. But this isn't a moment of heroism. It's a display of pure predatory instinct.
His big transformation isn't about becoming a better person, it's about becoming a better predator. He's cornered, totally outmatched, and what's his response? To throw any idea of honor right out the window.
He wins, not through strength or courage, but by playing dirty. This stingy Jack move is the ultimate Cillian tactic. He offers a fake deal, a fake map. The Irish commander, trying to do the right thing, turns his back for a second, and Cillian shoots him. He literally weaponizes his enemy's trust.
So you see, this isn't a resurrection, it's a corruption. He's killing off the last piece of who he was to be reborn as something new, a perfectly sharpened tool for his new masters. That lethal edge we've been talking about, now everybody sees it.
So finally, after all the bloodshed and betrayal, the anti-hero gets what he wants. He gets the prize. But, as you can probably guess, it comes with a pretty steep psychological cost. And there it is. He gets everything he set out for. The title, the land, the money. By all accounts, it's a total victory. But you just know it's a hollow one, right? A Pyrrhic victory, if there ever was one.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. It's the balance sheet of his soul. Yeah, he gets a noble title, but he's now a man without a country. He gets the silver, but the people who paid him don't trust him one bit. He gets the estate, but everyone living on it hates his guts. He's become a master of two worlds, but he's truly welcome in neither.
Man, that single line just says it all, doesn't it?
It perfectly sums up the profound isolation that's going to define his final act. His kingdom isn't built on foundations, it's built on bones.
So, the ruthless initiation is complete. The blade has been forged, it's sharp, it's lethal, but it's also brittle and totally alone. And that leaves us with one critical question as we head into the final act. What can a weapon like that possibly build, if it can build anything at all?